Hi, I'm Marlena Joe with It Starts With a Drawer, and we are doing a series on how to organize the master bathroom. Today, we are on video number 6, where we're going to talk about the medicine cabinet and oils and nail polishes today. Now, a couple of my favorite items is these really awesome Lazy Susans. So these were really easy to put together. They didn't cost a lot of money. The top tray comes out and the bottom trays also come out. The bottom is in 3 trays. Now, I originally bought this white one for myself. Loved it so much that I realized I needed a second one for my husband, and when I went to order it, they only had it in black, which is fine, actually. It's just that it doesn't match perfectly. And does everything have to match perfectly? Absolutely not. But I think it helps him just knowing that it's black. He knows which one is his. There's no questions to it. So one of the things about having medications in your bathroom is it's really not where you want them to be. You don't want them in any place that's hot. You don't want them in any place that has a lot of moisture. Now, the only reason I've consented to having those kinds of things in this particular cabinet is because my bathroom is separated. And so most of the moisture stays in the next room behind a door. And when I run the exhaust fan for that each time, then we don't have a lot of moisture in this area. So that helps a lot. Plus, it's a dark, cooler space. And so that is really the best option. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Mike's stuff. His stuff is all on one side, and my stuff is all on the other side. And I'm actually going to make some really tough decisions today. I've had to recently do an entire lifestyle change when it comes to supplements, vitamins, food, all of those kinds of things. And so I'm going to make some really tough choices, and I'm actually going to rearrange my things a little differently than I have had them before. But I'm really excited to show you what this is going to look like when it's done. The other thing that we're going to talk about is oils and nail polishes. Now, this is the niftiest looking little rack that I was able to find on Amazon also. And because I was able to make it different sizes, it not only holds all of my oils, but it also holds my perfumes and some of the things that I enjoy that are just real pretty and stuff. So we'll talk about that also. I'm going to go ahead and get started working on Mike's Lazy Susan and his vitamins. So any extra medication that I see that we don't need to have on a daily basis is actually going to go in this box, and I will figure that out at some point later. Can go in his drawer. I like the small sections because they're perfect for holding tubes. So we're going to put all of those into one of the small sections. That can actually go into his drawer also. Okay, so his is done. That's not too bad at all. So as you can see, when it's up in there, we can go ahead and just pull this out. He can put it on the counter, fill up his pill organizer and then put it back in. So I'm going to slide this in, if I cannot knock everything over. Right up. Perfect. So as you can see, now everything is just neat and organized and ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and start on mine. And like I said, because I'm having to do things different, I'm going to go ahead and move all of my stuff now into the cabinet and off the counter. I don't like having this stuff available for the little ones to reach, so I'm going to make sure that it is all right here and ready to go. As you can see, what I do is I mark the top of my bottles so that I don't have to go looking or guess or remember how much I have to take each time. So if it's one pill at breakfast and dinner, I'll write 1 at AM and PM. If it is 2 at each meal, I can write that. If it's 2 per day, I can write that. And then I know exactly how many I'm taking each and every day. Now this top rack is going to be what I use every single day. So now this is what I'll pull out in the morning to fill my my containers, and then I'll be able to put it back because it just easily removes like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and move extras that I no longer need into this box here. This one's going away. Okay. So here is mine, ready to go. I have blood tester in here. The thermometer is in here. I have a pill cutter in here for when I need it. And then I've got just a few extras of what I use on a regular basis, or nearly regular enough to want to have it out. And I'm going to go ahead and put that up here. Now, as you can see, it's way cleaner up here. We can reach everything we need at any moment. Both of us can take out what we're needing to be able to put it into our own pill boxes, and then it's super easy and organized. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these boxes here. I've got one up on the very top of the shelf. Can you show that? And my shelf will hold 4 of these boxes. I don't think we're going to need all of them. But at some point, I'm going to go through, I'm going to sift through them, make sure that we have gotten rid of everything that is expired, anything that we really don't need, so we don't have anybody using stuff that they shouldn't have, and it will be completely cleaned up and ready to go. But by keeping them in the tubs up top, it will keep any moisture out of them. It'll keep everything safe for a long time, and we shouldn't have to worry about any of that. So I'll do that later on my own. The next thing is all of the oils and the finger polish. So I went through and I purged a ton of my polishes, and I thought, there's just no reason to have so many, although it was a lot of fun. And I did have this really cute little rack here. I had one completely full of oils and one completely full of nail polish, but it just wasn't necessary. I went through and I picked all my favorites. The things that I absolutely love the most, the colors that I love the most, that I'm absolutely going to use are what I kept. And so you'll see that there's only 2 1/4 of the shelves used by polish, and the rest are for oils that my family and I use all the time. And then that way it's just easy access. It looks nice and it's ready to go. But for all of the oils that are not on the wall, because they're not necessary all the time, I went ahead and got this cute little Lazy Susan here. Now this one's really easy to put together. It just slides in and out, and then it just snaps together. So super easy. I like that it's clear. It just gives you the idea that you can see through it, and it just helps a lot. So I'm going to pull everything out of this shelf and put it in, and then put everything where I'd like it to go. So I do have a travel case for my oils. I found that this was just one of the best things that I could do to put them in my suitcase. So by doing this, I have everything labeled, ready to go. This is only stuff that I would normally use in the event of emergency, or a couple of the ones that I use all the time. I don't use oils all the time, except for tea tree oil and peppermint, but I like having the extra around. I like having some of them for cleaning. I like having some of them just to make the car smell good, or my hotel room or something like that. But when I was traveling overseas, this was very helpful, and I was able to put it in the bottom of my suitcase without any problem. So I do have this one ready to go, and these are the ones that are already opened and ready to be used. So I'm going to keep that on the side. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the Lazy Susan in here next to it. I'm going to start with the largest items first. So I have these sprays that I really enjoy. I don't use these for me personally, but I do use them to spray the room and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and put these into my tallest compartment that I made. The next tallest compartment I have, I'm going to actually use for one perfume that I really do like, and for some very special massage oils. So the very top, I've got empties that I will use eventually. I'm just going to leave these in the very top. where they're not going to roll around. And the funny thing is, this one has holes in it so you can actually stand up makeup brushes. So that one I'm just going to kind of leave open for now, but now I at least have those up there. Then, what else do we have? So I have large oils, bath oil and almond oil that I can use here. And then I have, let's see, these are the ones I use all the time. So those are my backup oils. I do have a couple roller bottles that I will put in here also, because these are the ones I've made for what I use. And then really I'm just going to go ahead and put in the rest of my bottles. So I like to kind of have things in alphabetical order as much as possible. Sometimes it just makes it easier to see them, to know what you're looking for. So I'm just going to kind of organize these just a little bit, like so. Green. These are all of my new ones. We're going to put this up here. This can go with these because I use that a lot. And then we have these teeny tiny bottles that I'm just going to put in the very small one up here. Whoops. I don't have enough hands. And so what I do is I make sure everything is facing forward, and then that way I can read it and I know what I've got in front of me. Perfect. The only thing I have left are my Jamberry nails. So I think that I'm going to go ahead and slide these in right behind here just to keep them out of the way. And now they are ready to go. Look at that. So now I've got everything in one place. It's ready to go. I've got really pretty jars for cotton balls and for Q-tips. And since I found an extra box of Q-tips in the last video, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that gets filled up and it's ready for use. I'll refill our cotton balls as well, and we will take the lighters out and find a new home for them. So now we have this amazing medicine cabinet. It's ready to go for our own personal use. Anything that's for the family is in a different place, or it's in these bins that are up above. Like I said, I'll have to make sure that I go through all of that when I have a chance. And now we can function the way that we need to and be healthy. So I hope that helped you. I hope that gave you a couple of new ideas in what you can do with your medicine cabinet and your oils and your fingernail polishes. And I'm really happy that you joined me today. Thank you so much. I will talk to you soon.